So once they poured the concrete, we got our plants where they needed to go, ran our irrigation. We ran timer wire from both islands and sleeves and new water line. Installed our plants, installed our edging, our grass, mulched it, and we're good to go.
So yeah, these guys are already completed here. You can see we're already done, but it's kind of messy, you know, they're still working on the building right now. The contractor, you know, they're still building it, but we got our part. Unfortunately, people are tracking everything, you know, all our mulch out and everything, but that can easily be swept up later. Another one done, so we apologize that it doesn't look the best. We had it looking really good, and like I said, it just, you know, there's still people working around here, but at any rate, we got our part done. Nobody's waiting on us, and they can just hopefully move this thing to completion pretty smoothly. Raining earlier. I just came from that side of town. Now I'm headed that way outside of town, so gotta pass right back through it. So hopefully there's no hail. I hope not. Man, I hope not. I mean, we'll see. I think it's just all rain. It was big, huge drops past that. Leaving Las Cruces, I just came in from Silver City to look at a job the guys are doing out there. Been on that one for about a week now. I looked at some jobs here, estimates, met some people, checked on a big job we have going on here in Las Cruces, and now it's 5:18 and I am headed to Roswell so I can get there right at dark and start a full day of meetings there and check on a couple of job sites we have there, and busy day tomorrow, so like every day is. So see what this weather brings. Nothing else to do is working on the computer, and electricity went out. A pretty bad storm. Oh, we got some rain out here. It's flooded. That was a deep one right there. So I'm gonna run out and check on the guys. This storm is coming in. Looks like the whole weekend is gonna be really rainy. There's all of New Mexico looks like it's gonna be getting heavy amounts of rain. So starting now. See how it goes, and yeah, hopefully we don't get flooded. Man, this is deep. Crazy weather. So hopefully I don't get washed away. So we're on a job this morning. The guys are getting a cleanup, but just a simple cleanup. It's nothing much to show, but yeah, we're coming through. Gonna get all the weeds cut. They're really bad around the building. They're really tall. They were about as tall as a tractor there. The tall, you know, about 7 feet tall. The other guys already cut those down before I got here. But yeah, looking really nice outside. Look at all that. We got a lot of rain coming in starting tonight, so we're actually going to try to get this all cleaned up, you know, before the rain hits us, because it'll make it a little harder to be working, you know, cutting all these weeds in the rain. So another quick one. I love the weather. It's very nice to work in. Yeah, we should have this one wrapped up by the end of today. Gotta get a lot of guys in there. There's a lot of piles of materials out there. We gotta cut it all with the string trimmers, the weed eaters, and do the fence line with the weed eaters, and quick cleanup, get it ready for the rain to hit and see what it does. So I'm kind of excited, actually. Love this weather. Yeah, these guys are here this morning, or Aaron is. The other guys already left. Yeah, we've got so many projects going on right now. It's crazy. So this one's a pretty simple one. We're just coming through. We're going to be bringing in some base course, you can see behind me, and we're moving it over into an area back here where Aaron's putting it down for a play pad. Areas under here, like under the swing set behind me, where it's that like rubber coating or whatever, that soft rubber coating. So yeah, we're just doing the pad work, gonna get it packed in there. So we've got Aaron bringing in tractors. They've already kind of scraped out the grass, got all that stuff out of the way. Now we're bringing in the engineered fill for that. We've got our compactor there on the trailer. So I'm gonna keep compacting it as we keep layering it with soil, build it up, get it to the right height for those guys to come in and lay that stuff. Yeah, we'll be done. It'll be a nice pad, but yeah, get it done, get on to the next one. So we've got another job going on right now out of town. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out there, but that one was a tricky one yesterday. Nailed quite a few lines, so we're trenching for some sprinklers. Anytime you do a dig, you know, I mean, anytime you're gonna dig, anytime you're gonna run a trencher or dig holes for trees, you know, you should always do a locate, you know, just call 811 to do a locate. So we do that all the time, you know, it just saves us from guessing, you know. We got the locate on this job as usual. They located everything. So once the locate's clear, they'll give you a notification saying, hey, it's clear, you can go in there and work. Anytime you have lines like gas line, electric line, whatever, they mark for you, all the utilities. You know, you see those lines in the ground and you know not to run a trencher or any kind of machinery on there, you know, that way you don't dig in and pull stuff up. So, but what's hard about that is either way, you know, we've got to run sprinklers, you know, we've got to cross those lines. So in those areas, we won't run a trencher. You know, we'll back off a good 5 feet around that area and we'll dig it by hand, which is a good thing to do because, you know, if a trencher snags, whether it's a fiber optic line or something, gas line, if it's a poly gas line, it could rip it and pull it from the house, pull it from connections or whatever, to make, you know, more damage possibly. But with the instance that we were working at, we didn't trench over any of those areas, so we did those by hand. Well, when you're digging in New Mexico by hand, you still need to dig with a shovel or a pick. It's not soft soil out here. The guys got into a gas line with the pick and just barely nicked it, but it was enough to crease it and make a tiny pinhole on it. You could feel, I guess the guys could say they could feel gas coming out of it. So we had to call and get all, you know, they shut the gas meter off, and now I've got to get a plumber. Well, I've already got a plumber. I called them yesterday. They're going to be out there Monday, today's Friday, and repair it for us. So of course I'm going to incur the cost on that, you know, it was us digging, you know, that caused it. But what I'm not happy about is whoever put the gas line, it was only 6 inches deep, which is just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. It's like, you know, I mean, how do you expect us to even do any work in there then? You know, obviously the guys were doing it by hand with shovels, and they still got into it, shovels and picks, because it was just 6 inches deep right there. With all our sprinkler lines, you know, irrigation, I will say irrigation is not that important. You know, I mean, if somebody hits an irrigation line in their yard, it's just a water line. You can go and shut the water off, no harm done, you know. And still, even with our irrigation lines, you know, we put them 12 inches deep, you know. So I just can't imagine like putting a gas line at 6 inches deep. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. Any rate, yeah, we hit a gas line. Wasn't my guy's fault, so, you know, nobody's in trouble about that. You know, I'll just pay to get it fixed. Unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for the customer because now they're without gas for the weekend for the next 3 or 4 days. So, but it's a commercial building, so it's not like it's a home or something where they needed the heating at night. Or I mean, it's hot right now anyways. So, but yeah, I mean, I just wanted to mention out there that yeah, sometimes you can still hit stuff even though doing a locate. Stuff is sometimes just put right at ground level. So, and then Aaron called me by the end of the day. He said he trenched into he got with the trencher, I'm guessing the telecommunications line 3 times. That was on them. You know, we didn't have any markings for telecommunications on that lot. So yeah, he said the guy showed up and he was wondering why we didn't do a locate. And you know, like I said, we do locates, and he pulled it up on his phone, said, yeah, we were clear. It shows right here, we were clear to, the locates were all done. It shows telecommunications guy changed his tune, I guess, pretty quick, and was like, oh, okay. So he looked into it, and he said, yeah, the reason they didn't locate it on that property was because they didn't know there was one there, because it was just recently put in, I guess. I guess it's maybe a new building, I don't know. And they hadn't updated their system yet. So they repaired it, you know, the same day we cut it, because the customers needed their phones. It's a business. I shouldn't see any charges for that because they didn't have any markings down for us, you know. So crazy day. These are the things that I deal with. Lots of stuff, you know, you never know what's gonna go on. And this is what I've mentioned before, like with other jobs, like sometimes we might tell a customer like, hey, we're gonna be there in 4 more days, you know, 3 more days, whatever. It's hard for us to give an exact date for that reason. We can't say exactly like, oh, we're gonna be there the 19th at 8 a.m. whatever, you know, we can't. We'll just say, hey, we're gonna be there like in 3 or 4 days, because of stuff like this. Stuff always comes up. So you never know what's gonna happen on a job site, but just keep going. We're lucky to have a lot of work, and yeah.